Okay, good morning. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're all doing well. Um, yeah, this is the last trading week of the month of November, and then we'll get to December next week. So, with that said, this week we are likely gonna either consolidate or mostly consolidate because it's the last week of the month, so we don't expect price to do any crazy things. If we move to the monthly time frame, you can see we are closing above this. What I wanted to see is a big move trading through that, even though I'm expecting them to stay bullish. If this candle could expand a little bit more, then it will give us more confirmation that we've taken out a low here, we're moving, and then we created a fair value gap with a down candle. Therefore, price is likely going to come here. And I'm not doubting that it's not going to do that. It's just the type of candle, energetic candle, that I want to see move away. That is what is lacking. Okay, but apart from that, everything is still pointing to the upside. So I think this is the 1 hour time frame. This is an impulse leg. This is a pullback since last Friday. I'm expecting them to move up from here. Okay, so watch this New York session. If we can close above this down candle, if we do, then you can start looking for that continuation to the upside. Okay, so watch the New York session. You just want to see one down candle closed above immediate close, right? That would be good for potential buy. If we don't get that, then obviously stay away. Okay, now I have supporting evidence. I would say supporting evidence. I'm looking at other pairs to confirm that we're supposed to go up. So if you look at a pair like dollar CAD, okay, dollar CAD, we're meant to come for this equal high. If you look at dollar Swiss, we're meant to go and climb that high. Even if you look from the weekly perspective, we closed above that, so it's bullish. And then if you look at dollar yen, same thing, we've retraced into a fair value gap, so price is also likely gonna go up. So these confirm that price is still bullish. Hence, with the dollar index, we should see potential bullishness. Okay, so that will give us euro to go down. If you look from the weekly perspective, we have this up candle now as an order block. We've started a new week, we're going up first, so that's a good thing, right? Manipulation. Monday price goes up, and then Tuesday, Wednesday we form a high. So this gap here is where I'm expecting the high of the week to form, and then we make a run for this low. Okay, so it's good to see price going up. As soon as we started this week, it's good to see that. So we are watching inside here for the high of the week to form, and then we go down. Okay, this will be a very, very good setup for the week. Same thing applies to the British pound. You're going to be attacking that. I think clearly it looks like it wants to go inside this fair value gap, and then we expect them to reject and go lower. If you look at the weekly, we've rejected this fair value gap. It couldn't close immediately, but that's fine. I think the high time frame already has our confirmation that we are going lower, so I'll be expecting the high of the week to form somewhere in here, rejecting, and then coming to attack this low and then that low. So it's gonna require a little bit patience, but yeah, patience is good. So sit and wait. Euro pound, I think last week spoke about this. The low of the week was here. When I was doing the session on Friday, the low was there, but then by the close of that session, the low moved here. So that kind of changed what I was expecting, because if we did not give a wick away from that fair value gap, then maybe they would like to come back down a little bit more. So from the monthly perspective, this is kind of showing us a potential move into this gap going into next month, the first week of next month, right? Hence the fact that we've closed through this fair value gap can be a sign price wants to attack this low, but it's yet to be seen. Let's see how the New York session tomorrow, not today, tomorrow, if we take out today's high, do we get an aggressive move down? If we get that, then we are likely gonna come here. Okay, so again, patience. Let's see what. I don't recommend trading it today, even though it looks like it's moving. I don't recommend it for today. Probably tomorrow. Okay, if you look on the H4, then yes. Let me go back daily. If you look on the H4 on this, yes, you can use this high to this low to take a sell, but that would be based on the H4 time frame, because then that's just a market structure that you're trading, a market pattern that you're trading. This high we take it, we drop down, pull back, and then you sell. So if you take it, that would be how basically the reason why you're gonna take the trade, not because the high time frame is giving you a confirmation, because the high time frame has not given a confirmation yet. Gold. So gold, we are stuck in a like a consolidation over here. From the weekly perspective, last week was an inside candle, so it will make it a little bit challenging to trade this week, because it can count for the high, it can count for the low. So my recommendation is wait for one of them to be taken, and then once it's taken, what price does after that. Once you take out the high, or once we take out the low, what does price do? Okay, what price does, that is what you can engage with. So if we take out the high and we reject, then you go with the short. If we take out the low and reject, then you go with the long. So patient, wait, let price give you something to play with. As it stands, we've just started the week, so just be a little bit patient. You can use the daily highs and lows, but in this scenario where price couldn't close anywhere on the daily, then it's safe to use the weekly, where you can use the weekly high or weekly low. Once it's taken, then you wait for price to give you like a a small confirmation. Crude oil, I'm still on the sidelines on this one because, like I said, I still believe we're supposed to be coming up here. I don't think we're supposed to be going to take out this low. Hence, I'm watching. Nothing on oil for me until I see what I need to see. So crude oil on the sidelines. ES, yes, last Friday we had a I think a rejection from the monthly low, which is this one here, right? And I think we might go up, but it's gonna depend how we are going to trade inside this range, because we have this immediate up candle close right here, and they've just taken out the previous month low. So it could be that they bought inside that drop, which is this drop here, this entire drop. It could be they bought that entire drop, and if they did, then this up candle will become a breaker. Okay, that up candle will become a breaker. If they didn't, then this is a bearish order block. Price will get here and then move down again. So what I'm looking forward for is how we are going to trade when we get up here. Okay, do we get there and then we start rejecting, or do we get there and then we print energetic candles to trade through it? That is how I'll be able to know. So again, it's Monday, so it's too early to predict what is going to happen, and I'm gonna wait a little bit. Maybe by tomorrow New York session, it will give me an idea on what he really wants to do. Okay, but I would like to see them go up after taking out the previous month low. I would like to see them expand up, but me wanting and the market wanting to do its own thing, two different things. Okay, but from the high time frame, this is equal high. They've taken out a strong low, so that should send price back to attack this equal high. But let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, so dollar yen, I think I've already run through this quickly. I'm still bullish. We might form the low of the week in here and then expand up. It's too early for buying. Maybe wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see if, because this is an inside candle. As it stands, it's an inside candle. So maybe tomorrow it might, even or today, right, it might go all the way up close above the down candle, or reject and come all the way down. Now, which one is likely gonna happen? Based on the high time frame, we might come back down to attack this low. This one. Okay, so the ideal range to expect a continuation to the upside will be here. Right, so if we end up coming back down again, then that same gap on the daily, it ends roughly at the 50%. So we might come back down to the 50% before we expand up again, just like we did over here. This low to this high, pull back to 50%, and then we went back up. We might experience something like that over here. Dollar Swiss, I think this is also a nice trade. I think it's gone. This low to this high was a nice OTE, buying to expand above this high. So that is what I was saying earlier, to go and attack this high and aim for this, because ultimately I think that's where we are going. 0.81722, that's the level I think price is going. Okay. Then dollar CAD, we have a nice down candle here. We've pulled back to it, so I'm expecting a move. We are almost there. 1.41409. We are almost there, so I'm expecting a move to attack that equal high. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the crypto market. Bitcoin. Yeah, I think I gave you the narrative on what I was expecting. We don't want to see them close through the gap. This one, we don't want to see them close through it. If we do, this down candle is going to be broken. Then we will be expecting Bitcoin to drop even to 51. Now, it will depend on how we go below this low. If we go below it and then reject immediately, then it will be a stop run on the bias and then resume going up. But if we close aggressively through it, then that is not a stop run. So it will depend on how price will run this low over here. As it stands, okay, as it stands today, that is likely possible. Okay, the way price is shaped, it's highly possible for them to go for this low, which is the let me see, $74,420. 74,420. It's likely possible as it stands today. It's more likely they're gonna go for that low. Now, if they do we reject immediately or do we stay below it? That will be the next question to ask market. So still look for continuation to the downside, in my opinion. Okay, you're still looking for a confirmation to the downside on Bitcoin. So anything selling is advisable. That means Ethereum, the same thing. We're expecting lower prices. Now with Ethereum, I don't think we can come all the way down here. We can, but if we do, then it will just be coming for that one. Okay, if we do, then it will not just come for this one, it will come for that. Again, it depends on how Bitcoin will take out that low on the monthly. If we stay below it, then Ethereum is likely gonna come for 908. If we stay below the low on the Bitcoin market, then Ethereum will definitely come down for that. Solana, I think we've already gone for that first low. Now this one is next, so look for continuation to the downside. 95.25 is the downside objective. I like the way price took out all these highs and then rejected. This has now given a nice range for a sell for this week. So the best pair, if you're gonna trade them, is to look for a sell on Solana this week for continuation to the downside, because it did run some stops before going down. XRP, same thing, but again with this week I don't like it, so I say stay away from that one. Hype, nice drop that happened over the course of the weekend. It took out those equal lows as clean as possible. Alright, we went through them as clean as possible. That happened on Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, they'll wipe that one out, which is why I said this was a high probability setup for hype. Now we are likely gonna continue going down. The 24 level, that's the ideal area to look for price to trade to. Okay, and then finally Chachki is dead. It's not doing anything. Since it went for that all-time lows, we've not seen any movement yet. It's just small little candles. So I'll keep waiting till we get some energetic candles moving on this pair. And then lastly, the what's it called? AI16Z. It's gone for the rebalancing level that I spoke about, which was the 0.12 level. Now where we are, 0.010, with Bitcoin likely gonna go for that low, the next move or the next downside will be 0.04. That's also a fair value gap that price is gonna balance. So 0.004 is the next downside objective on AI16Z. Now at this point, we might probably make an all-time low. We take out the all-time low, but is it gonna go to zero? I don't think so. It might do something like what Chachki is doing, right? It takes out that all-time low and then it stays there. So I'm watching it to see how price is gonna react once we get to that 0.004 level. Okay, so yes, keep an eye on the forecast. Maybe tomorrow we'll see what price is gonna do. By then they might have touched the 0.004 level. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I will see you all same time tomorrow. Today is Monday, so it's a little bit flat because there's not much going on. We are still waiting for the market to show us what it wants to do. Okay, so relax, don't be in a hurry. Let the market give us hints on what it wants to do, then we go from there. Okay, so have a wonderful day. I'll see you same time tomorrow for another session. Take care.